Hello everyone, this is Pritika Patel working as an assistant professor in Computer Engineering Department of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Today in this session, we are going to discuss about application of array, which is the topic of subject data structure of second year, third semester. Now, first of all, application of array. There are two major application of array. First one is symbol manipulation and second one is sparse matrix. Now, first of all, symbol manipulation using array. We can use array for different kind of operation in polynomial equation such as addition, subtraction, division, differentiation, etc. We are interested in finding suitable representation for polynomial so that different operations like addition, subtraction, etc. can be performed in efficient manner. Array can be used to represent polynomial equation. This is the equation for matrix representation of polynomial equation. In this way, x, x square, x cube and x raised to 4 are there. Same way here y square, y cube and y raised to 4 are there. Now multiply x and y. So xy is here. Same way x, y square, x into y cube, x into y raised to 4, x square into y, x square, x square, y cube, x square, y raised to 4, x raised to 3 into y, x cube y square, x cube y cube, x cube y raised to 4, x raised to 4 y, x raised to 4 into y, x raised to 4 into y square, x raised to 4 into y cube and x raised to 4 and y raised to 4. So here x raised to 4 into y raised to 4. So this is the equation for polynomial equation for matrix representation. Now here examples are given. First one is 2x square plus 5xy plus y square. Now we have to represent this equation in matrix form. Here this is the equation which we have seen in previous slide. Now see here 2x square. So where is x square? Here x square is there. So 2 is written over here. Right? Next plus 5xy. Now where is xy? Xy is over here. So 5 is written over here. Right? Then plus y square. Right? So where is y square? Here y square is there. So 1 is written over here. And remaining all the elements are written as 0. Right? This way. These all the elements are written as 0. Right? So this is the representation of polynomial equation in matrix form. Right? Now here one another example for matrix representation of polynomial equation. The equation is x square plus 3xy plus y square plus y minus x. Matrix representation of polynomial equation is given over here. Now first one is x square. So where is x square? X square is here. So 1 is written over here. Then plus 3xy. So where is xy? Here xy is there. So written 3 over here. Now next is plus y square. So where is y square? Here y square is there. So 1 is written over here. Then next is plus y. So where is y? Here y is here. So 1 is written over here. Now next is minus x. So where is x? Here x is there. So minus 1 is written over here. And rest of all the elements are written as 0. Right? This way all the elements are written as 0. So this is the matrix representation of polynomial equation. Now second one is sparse matrix. Now what is sparse matrix? First of all, a matrix which have two-dimensional array and having minimum numbers of non-zero element is called sparse matrix. So we can say that in sparse matrix majority of elements are 0. Sparse matrix can reduce scanning time because zeroth element don't consider in scanning. So it is the advantage of sparse matrix. Now here one matrix are there. Here row 0, row 1, row 2 and row 3 are there. And here column 0, column 1, column 2 and column 3 are there. And these are the elements of this matrix. So here 4 cross 4 matrix are there. So this matrix have total numbers of an element is 16. And number of non-zero element are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this matrix having 6 non-zero element, right? Now 3 column representation of sparse matrix. Here array of 3 column is used, right? And first row is header row, right? In header row, total numbers of rows, total number of column and total number of non-zero elements are there, right? So number of rows, number of column and total numbers of non-zero elements are there. Now first row is header row. Here this is the header row. In header row, total numbers of row. So total number of row is 4. See here R0, R1, R2 and R3. So total numbers of row is 4. Then total number of column. Total number of column 0, 1, 2, 3. That means 4 column are there. And total numbers of non-zero elements is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is value 6. So this row is called header row. Now next is R2. Now here in R2 row what we have to see here element 1 are there. So this is the row 0, right? So in 0th row and column 1 element 1 are there. So row number 0 and column number 1 having element 1, right? Written in this way. Now any other elements, non-zero elements are there in R0 row? No. All the elements are 0. So now move on row 1. In row 1, column 0 have element 5. So row 1 and column 0 have element 5. Right? Again see any one elements are there? Right. Here one non-zero element there is 4. So row 1 and column 2 have element 4. Row 1 and column number 2 have element 4. Right? Now no another non-zero element are there. So check for row number 2. Row number 2 having element 2. So row 2 and column 1 have element 2. So row number 2 and column number 1 have element 2, right? Now check again here element number 3 in row 2 and column number 3. So row number 2 column number 3 having element 3, right? Now next row R3. In R3 one element, that is 3. So row 3 and column 1. Row 3 and column 1 have element 3. Now rest of the element in this row is 0, right? So this is the 3 column representation of sparse matrix, right? Now sparse matrix representation using linked list are there. There are 3 structure for sparse matrix representation. First one is head node. In head node, first is TR, that is total number of rows. Second thing is TC, that is total number of column. Then T and Z, that means total number of non-zero element. And next is pointer for first row. So this is the structure for sparse matrix representation using linked list in head node, right? So this is the head node and it's having 4 things. First one is total number of row, then total number of column, total number of non-zero element, and pointer to first row. Now next is row node. In row node, first one is Rn, that is the row number. Then P and R, that is pointer to next row. And third one is PC, that is pointer to column point non-zero element of given rows column. Now third structure is column node. In column node, first is Cn, that is column number. Then value means pointer to next row. Then P and C means pointer to next column in the same row that has non-zero value. So in column node, 3 things are there, that is column number, then pointer to next row, and P and C, that means pointer to next column which having non-zero element in same row. Now linked list representation of sparse matrix are there. For there, here we have to consider this matrix which we have already seen in our previous slide. By using this matrix, we are going to represent this sparse matrix in linked list form. In linked list representation, first one is head node, right? So head node having total number of row, total number of column, and total number of non-zero elements. Here total number of row is 4. So 4 is written over here. Total number of column is here 4. So total number of column is 4. And non-zero element, that is 6. Right. Then next is PTR. Right. So pointer to point first row of matrix. Now first row is row 0. So R means 0 is written over here. Then in row node, what will the next one is pointer to next row, means here next row means here next row, that is first row, that is R0, right? So R0 is written and now next is pointing obviously next row, that is row 1. So it will point next row, that is row number 1. Then in row node, next thing is what? Pointer to column point non-zero element of given rows, right? In given rows, any column having non-zero elements? Yes, that is column number 1. So column node having column number 1, right? It's having value 1. And next is if this column pointing any other column, then here we have to point this next column, but in this row no other column having any non-zero element, so it will end with null, right? Now this row is pointing next row, right? So next row is 1. So row node having row number, that is 1, and pointing to next row, obviously row number 1 having pointing that next row, that is row number 2. Now see, in this matrix, row number 1 having column 0 having element 5. So column node having column number 0 having element 5, right? So this is the element number 5 is written over here, then pointing to next column. If there is any column having non-zero element, right? Here 4 having non-zero element. So this is the column number 2 and having element 4. Now there is no another non-zero element are there. So this column is pointing and with null, right? Now column number 2 is row number 2 is having row node, that is the row number 2, and pointing obviously next row, that is row number 3, and it pointing to next column, right? So in column node, column number 1, let's see here, column number 1 have value 2. Again, any another non-zero elements are there? Yes, 3 is also non-zero element. So it's pointing next column node, that is column node number 3, column number 3 having element 3. Now there is no another element, so it will end with null, right? Now see, again this is row node, right? So it's pointing row number 3, so this is the row node, so having row number 3, and now we have no another row, so here pointing to next row having no value, and pointing to next column. Yes, next column is 3, column number value is 3, next column number 1 is having value 3. Now no another non-zero elements are there, so it will end with null, right? So this is the linked list representation of sparse matrix using the given matrix, right? Thank you.